The ex-CEO of Pixar and Walt Disney Animate Studios says he has a curtain reasons sight. Largest human beings can shut their eyes and evoke up images within their chief, such as a counting lamb or imagining the person of a favorite a. But Ed Catmull, 74, has the state aphantasia, in that human beings cannot visualize psychological images at all. And in a remarkable examination of his ex-employees, so do several of the planet's top animators. Ed revolutionized 3D graphic, and the technique he advanced for reviving arched surfaces became the production norm. He at first implemented his marrow was various while hard to execute type Tien meditation technique in a fellow. Visualization is a mandrel portion of the experience, and he was said to image a field in front line of him. He tell to Associate and Scientific how several animators could shape psychological images so powerful they would outdoor their eyes and the picture would yet be down there, so they could almost track which they could view. Ed Fairmind, how's exciting, it's perhaps which makes them an painter. But ultimately Ed implemented he was not one and how, maybe resist intuitively, several of the big talents in animate could not visualize each. Oscar winner Glenn Keane, who created Ariel, the slight nymph, as well has no visible image. Or he told how he could never visualize each. Ed told, while he at first did the slight nymph, it's a bundle of scribbles, or later it converges, following he planned on it for a time, in the magnificent chunk of artwork. Or as far as he's worried, how's the order way to job since it tool he's looking profound downward within, for his tension, and how's which drives his figure. The period aphantasia was invented by Professor Adam Zeman, of the College of Exeter Care High School, in 2015. He had registered a instance of a man who lose his reason's eye in his 60s next to cardiac transactions. About 1 in 50 human beings is mined to include aphantasia, though precisely which is departure on in the marrow is yet not clear. Components of the marrow of the front and parietal lobes are implicated in visualization, and differences at any spot in the framework could be the reason. Ed, who company founded Pixar, had a farewell souvenir for his ex-employees while he leftward recent year, a chunk of homework assignment. He requested 540 members of personnel to get a testing of the brightness of their visible image. He graded the results in, it showed how the artists were lightly superior rather than engineering artists at visualizing, but the differences were not how enormous. It was not a big tilt, how's the actual question, told Edition. The manufacture link were superior rather than both of. The homework assignment as well show absolute differences among two artists and nice friends of Ed's who had treated on iced. One can see an whole cinema in his chief and act it ago and forward and never as necessary to see a cinema 2 times since he can visualize it. This some cannot see whatever at all. Several human beings in aphantasia discover it a reason of stress. Human beings include outlined sense in isolation, and one following detecting how some human beings could see images in their heads and they could know. Ed argues aphantasia is not an obstacle to successful, and believes the research clears up misperceptions on the creation. He added, human beings had conflated visualization in creation and imaginative, and one of the messages is, they're not the identical item. This someone I believe how human beings might include estimated, but if you believe on it you can see why its erroneous supposition, is you would believe if a man could visualize, they're more than potential to be capable to paint. If you outdoor your eyes and you get out a pen and pillow, how lot human beings can paint which they view. The reply is a really little quantity, so if you can't paint which is in front line of you later, why would we wait how you would be capable to paint which you visualize? Detecting he has aphantasia has as well led to several understanding in Ed's private lifetime, since his woman has really powerful visible image. He can recall their at first day was in a garden on the some party of the highway, and how is it? She can explain the entire region. Professor Zeman, who has led study in the box of aphantasia, told, I believe it's very useful for human beings to aware how the way they visualize, or not, doesn't determine them, though we all include various mind processes, how doesn't connection in the quality assurance of which you make. We fair all go on it in various ways.